Welcome back, Doom fans. The month of November has been pretty busy for the gaming sphere. We got the launch of the PS5 and Xbox Series X, finally in the hands of those who've been waiting to play games in HDR 60 frames per second. AMD finally revealed and released their long-awaited 6000 series cards, and Nvidia is still having 3080s and 3090s out of stock. Also, Cyberpunk 2077 got delayed again. Damn. But with all this chaos and excitement messing with our sanity, we still have great games to dive into. Games like Doom Eternal, still doing its thing since launch. The DLC has been keeping us occupied, gameplay and story-wise. So before we go into the holiday, I wanted to bring up something that I have been pondering since finishing up my first run in the DLC. Why are you not subscribed? Now let me stop playing. If you've just stumbled upon this video, consider subscribing to the channel. For all my returning viewers, you already know the procedure. What we're about to discuss contains spoilers for the Ancient Gods Part 1 DLC. This is your warning. Now let's get into why you clicked on this video. Yo.
Once the spirit is broken and enough pain has been inflicted, only when the human has lost all hope will it be transferred to the soul extraction chamber.
After finishing the blood swamps and watching the cutscene that followed, a question surfaced in my mind. For those of us who beat the level and care enough about the plot of Doom enough not to skip the cutscene, we witnessed the Slayer meeting the Seraphim at Ingmar Sanctum after defeating the trial of Malagog in order to collect the Father's soul sphere. As the Slayer walks over to the mausoleum, we see two large spheres. The yellow, we come to find out, belongs to the Father, and the red, of the same size, belongs to the Dark Lord. Now my question is not about the two, but about the other spheres surrounding them, a collection of 14 spheres varying in size. Every time I watched this cutscene, I kept asking myself, who do these spheres belong to? Now that we are aware that the Father and the Dark Lord are technically considered gods, it would only make sense to think the same of the other spheres, right? But the question surfaces again, who do these smaller spheres belong to? Being the lore junkie I am, I immediately went to the codex entries for answers. While reading the codex entries for the DLC, I found scattered hints for these soul spheres mainly in the Book of Seraphs. Up until reaching part 6 is where we directly get answers provided stating, deep in hell lies the Ingmar Sanctum, a fragment of Urdak itself. It is sacred and protected ground that contains the Tomb of Souls, where the life spheres of many gods the Father created are stored, each one immensely powerful in its own way, yet judged to be flawed by the Father. The stories of their abominable ends in the physical realm are many. In layman's terms, all these soul spheres belong to a godlike being created by the Father himself. But I'm guessing their essences were fused into a life sphere by the Father because they started to go down the wrong path. As further proof that these are gods, in part 4 of the Book of Seraphs it reads, one of the most powerful, godlike, indomitable minds can survive the incredible stresses of having their essence fused into a life sphere, and fewer still can bear the agony of corporal resurrection. Unfortunately, there wasn't any information going into detail as to who these gods are, their names, the realms they belong to, what their purpose was as a creation of the Father, so on and so forth. Judging by the size of their spheres, I would say that this is a way to measure their overall power as a god compared to the Father and the Dark Lords. Given the information the codex entries provided, and the title of the DLC, I'm hoping that we get to encounter these other gods and or learn more about them. To leave them in the background focusing only on the Father and the Dark Lord would kinda be boring and cliche. Then again, that's exactly what the Slayer's actions intended. Have any of you gave a thought to who these ancient gods are? If so, what are your thoughts on what has been provided for us? And what do you think id Software has in store for them being included in the plot? Do you think we'll see some of them in the Ancient Gods Part 2? I certainly hope so. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Subscribe for more lore videos coming down the pipeline, and don't forget to leave a like and share for your boy. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and stay tuned for a slew of content dropping after Thanks weekend. You know the vibes. It's Kaizoku Sleven. Appreciate you.